Okay, we're recording. So I think some others may hop on throughout the call, but I did have a couple things to go over. And then I wanted to give you guys just the opportunity to ask questions and kind of see where I can help you build your teams. So the Fall Classic, both of you are on a team. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first step is to get with your team and decide what your goal is. And I do it in terms of the prizes. So I go to the view prizes and I see what the prizes are, and I see how many points the team needs in order to get those team prizes. So then you know like how many Success Club points you need total for the month, and you can split them up by week so that you know, okay, so this week you need a total of 5 team points every week, or maybe 10 team points depending on what your goals are. So have you guys done that yet with your teams?
No, I've only signed us up.
Okay. I mean, it's not even November 1st, so now is like the perfect time to do that. Whether you guys are the captain of your teams or not, go ahead and do that so that you have like, it's nice to have a benchmark and like a goal each week that you're trying to hit rather than just say, let's try and get as many points as you want. You know, you want those goals so that you can kind of see if you're on track or behind or ahead of the game.
All right.
Okay. And then also with the Fall Classic, I want you guys to try and think of 50 to 100 contacts that you guys can reach out to. And again, relay this to your team. Think about anyone who's said no to you in the past, as well as brand new people that are your new contacts. That's your flower person, your nail person, your mailman, your mom's place of work. Like think of anyone and everyone that you can so that you can invite them. And go with, I posted this in Team Supercharged, so you may have seen that. But when you go with that mindset of 65, I think 65% of people are going to ignore you straight off the bat. They're not going to respond. 25 will respond, and 10%, or maybe 20 and 10, 10% of those people will actually sign up. So if you have 100 people, 10% is 10 people, which is going to get you to Success Club 20, which is amazing. If you do 50 people, then you'll likely get 5 people. So 50 and 100 people may sound like a lot up front, but realistically you need those numbers. It's a numbers game, and you need those numbers and those invites out there in order to actually hit your goals and to get the word out there. And the worst that's going to happen is they say no, and you put them on your follow-up list for next month or 2 months from now or whatever will work for them. So any questions about that? Okay. And then the last thing is I want you guys to motivate your group. So something that's so big about the Fall Classic is that it's fun, it's a company-wide thing, you get to win prizes. But as with anything, as with our challenge groups, as with everything in Beachbody, it's very easy to get distracted and to kind of lose focus, especially around like the 3rd and 4th week. And especially with Thanksgiving coming up, a lot of people just kind of take the back burner on Beachbody, spend time with their families, kind of ignore reaching out to people. And especially during the Fall Classic, that's when Thanksgiving is when you want, not Thanksgiving Day, but this time is when everyone's looking for a program or for something to help them between Thanksgiving and Christmas so that they can get fit and reach their goals and whatnot. So just kind of keep focus on your goals and keep yourself and your team motivated to reach those Success Club points, to keep reaching out to people, and find like fun ways to do that in your team, whether it's like a team free group that you're doing, or maybe a team challenge group, or the first person to hear 50 no's gets a prize from you or something. So just kind of make it fun. It's supposed to be a fun challenge, not like super stressful, but stay motivated the whole time. Let's see here. Did any of you guys join the call, I believe it was 2 weeks ago now, with Rachel Allen about your avatar?
No, I missed that one.
Okay. I couldn't actually see who was on because we were doing Google Hangouts and everyone watched from YouTube. So I saw people were on, but I have no idea who it was. So that that webinar was all about how you can basically attract your dream coach to you. And the way that you do that, she said, is by building your avatar. I have some spreadsheets somewhere. I think they're nearby. Yeah. Okay, so there's a spreadsheet that was posted in that event, and I can send it to you guys too. It's your ideal customer or coach avatar. You probably can't see it, but it says to think of your ideal customer or coach. Think of their name, their gender, what hair color they have, where they live, what their marital status is, lots of like personal stuff, and then even magazines she reads, favorite books, blogs that she follows, what does she Google, what does she do in her free time, what are her guilty pleasures, all of that stuff. And then once you have that, you kind of have this picture of who it is that you want to attract to your team. And they recommend creating a person. So Google search an image of someone that fits all that description in your mind. Then copy that picture and put it on a piece of paper or like on Word. And then write down all those things that you did. So like her age, marital status, how many pets she has, what she does in her free time. Write that all down and then print it out. Because the goal is that you have this vision of the one person that would be a rock star coach or a rock star client. And you want every single post that you do to attract that person. So you should have it in a place where you'll look daily so that you're seeing this person every day. And when you're posting, you say, will my ideal coach or client respond well to this? Will she relate to it? Will she be tempted to engage with me? Would she want to reach out to me because of it? Any of those things. And I think that that is so important because it narrows down your focus. So when you think of talking about your lifestyle even, there's so many different ways that I could go, right? So I could say I'm working from home full time. I have a twin sister. I have pets. I have all this stuff about my life. But I really only want to share those that my ideal client or coach would respond to. And likely my ideal person does have pets. They really want to work full time. But you just want to think of those things so that when you're posting, you're like laser focused on what it is you want to share and that it will relate to that person. Does that make sense?
Oh.
I'm going to say silence means yes.
Yeah, that's I've been watching that Elite video that you sent us, and that's what she was saying too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a common,
Yes.
front.
That's what I was going to bring up next, actually. So I sent the webinar. Right now, I only posted it in the Rising Diamonds group, so I'll share it in the Rising Emeralds. And that is a 1 hour long webinar. And every single second of it, I think, is super valuable. There's tons of tips and just kind of like smacks in the face. Like I was like, wow, I really need to start doing that and things like that. And so I really urge you guys to take time to watch it, whether it's all at once or you break it up in 10-minute segments. And it tells you, like I just talked about, you how to attract the right person to you. It tells you how to build a team, how to go about recruiting and actually signing people up. So it goes through all of that. So if you guys haven't yet watched it, those of you watching the recording as well, please do that because it's super helpful. And I think that alone, watching that will improve your business. So what did you think of that webinar so far, Christine?
I liked it. I'm like 30 minutes in. I multitask. I listened to it while I was doing some billing, so it was good. What I got from it was like doing an application for the coaching, which of course like has been mentioned before in like other webinars. And then Carly posted a post today about like joining as a coach, like an application. So I went into that, and she uses like Woohoo or something like that. So I started making that tonight, I didn't know if there was any specific questions I really should ask before, like name, email, what's your interest, things like that. I didn't know if anyone had done those applications and if they had any recommendations, but like the specific questions I should put on that.
Yeah. So I have not done a coach form before. I've done challenge groups, but not coaches.
Okay.
And actually stumbled upon Ashley Lashur's, who she said she took it from Lindsay Matway. And you can go to her page. It's ashleylashure.com. Her last name is Lashure.
Okay.
And then she has there's a link up at the top. It says like sign up to coach or join my team or something. And I love it because it's very direct and to the point. So initially she calls it the FYP, Find Your Passion Project. And so, hi Heather. And so she has the FYP project, and then she has 4 requirements. So it says like, you must be coachable, you must be willing to work out, you must be blah, blah, blah. And then she has like 5 questions, which are key for, I think those are the most important ones. I remember when I filled out an application, when I first joined, it was actually with a different coach. And there was like 15 questions, and I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. So use your judgment. Kind of think about your avatar, and would they want to fill out 15 questions, or would they want 2? Would they just want their name and email, So use your judgment. You can always update it too. And I use Google Forms, actually.
Okay.
For me, I like that because it's linked to your Google Drive, and you can pull it up on your phone. And so every day when I used to do the challenge group applications, I would just pull it up on my phone and see like if there were any responses so I can quickly get back to them. But I hear Wufoo works really well. The top leaders use Wufoo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I loved that webinar. Heather and, oh, hi, Kristen. We were talking about the webinar that I posted in the Rising Diamonds group, and I'm going to post it in the Rising Emeralds as well so you guys can watch it. But it's just about how you can attract your rockstar coach and your rockstar clients, and how to go about signing up people on your team and all of that. And one thing that they mention is having an application, kind of so that your coach, or your potential coach, knows what they're getting into. You can tell that they're serious about it. Because if you think that the people who are going to invest in their business and rock the business will answer those questions. It's the people that just like want to get in quickly, make a ton of money, that'll be like, oh, that's too much work, So part of me used to think that I just wanted to talk to them directly so that I could answer their questions and sign them up. But the application actually kind of filters out those people that aren't going to do much for your business anyway. So it'd be more of a time suck, I think, more than anything.
Okay.
So we also talked about the Fall Classic and kind of tips to succeed, and the Avatar. Kirsten or Heather, did you join the Avatar call with Rachel Allen?
No, I wasn't able to make that one.
Okay. That one was, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and there is a recording, so I can send that to you guys if you're interested. But the webinar that I'll share with you guys, it covers like basically the same thing, just in a little less detail, but same points. All right. So then now I just kind of want to talk about you guys and your team and how your team is growing and where I can help you guys. So anything from like recruiting or post ideas, or like helping your emeralds if you have emeralds, or if you're trying to get to emerald, how to get to emerald, anything like that. Are you guys seeing any struggles, or do you have any questions?
Well, the easiest thing for me was when in the Rising Diamonds, you had given us like mock, like write-ups for what we should say. Because I feel like sometimes I still fumble on what to say to people. And I know I still like do like word vomit with people. So I appreciate when you like give us like, I mean, I know it's like not my words, but it's nice just because I copied and I pasted it. And Evan was like, what, you like what she said? But like, it was so good. So it's easier for me than like me sitting there being like, what should I say? Because we've been talking for 2 weeks and I would like you to, do the next thing. So I appreciate when you do things like that because it's easier for me because I'm like, I still struggle with words.
Yeah.
I get like the whole discount membership. I can get like, I'm all about the discount membership, but still like, I don't know, especially this month. I know I haven't been like fully committed, but just like challenge packs are not going so well. And then like, I feel like I've reached out to people in the past and now they're all of a sudden like talking to me. Like I'm like word vomiting because I'm like, I don't know when the next time you're going to respond to me is because it's taking to respond to me,
Yeah. I was talking to Nikki who can't join tonight and she was saying the same thing that she's just like word vomiting on people and I did that too initially because it is true. You don't know like when the person's going to respond, if they need more information before responding to you, or if you'll even have a chance to tell them what Shakeology is. So it's easy to word vomit, but my tip for anyone that word vomits on people is just take it slow and ask more questions. So for an example, if they say like, what is your challenge group? You can say it's a group that we work out and eat healthy and we get daily motivation and accountability. What are your fitness goals? Keep it short and then ask a question. And if they say what their fitness goals are, kind of go into the more questions. How's your nutrition? Or if they say, what is Shakeology? You could say, it's a superfood shake that is also meal replacement. And I love it because blah. Have you ever tried it? Just like simple things like that.
Right. Okay.
But with the examples of like what I'm saying, is it more useful or are you like looking for more examples of when I do coach recruiting or challenge group invites or both?
Well, I don't know. I must have missed the coach invites.
Okay.
I
think I posted them. That could have been me.
I really only did the challenge group.
But you would appreciate coach ones too?
Yeah, because there was this. Yeah, because that's another thing is I was talking to Karen about it. It's like people are interested in a challenge pack. That they'd probably be really great at. They would like the discounts. And then like you say, like, have you ever thought about coaching because you think that they'd be good? And like you probably shouldn't have said that because you should have waited for them to buy the challenge pack. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of playing that and figuring it all out.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of that, I think that it's very dependent on the person. So some people, you do just want to go right in for the discount membership. Other people, if you feel like they're going to be awesome, like they'd be a really great coach, then I think it's fine to offer it before they get the challenge pack. And that's actually what I've been doing more of lately to try and recruit more for my team.
Okay.
I used to wait until so if they didn't sign up as a discount coach, I'd wait until they did the challenge group. About 2 weeks in, I would kind of bring up the challenge group and see how they're liking it and give them the option to sign up as a discount coach or invite them to the actual opportunity. And my business kind of started to like level out, not really slow down, but just kind of like I was signing 1 or 2 coaches a month. And what I've been doing now is like actively seeking out based on my avatar who I want on my team and then going right in for it. So people I want to attract are people that are already into fitness. So I look for people who are already into fitness and I go right in and say, I saw your post on Instagram. I love how inspiring you are. Have you ever thought of coaching? Like I just go right in. So I think it depends on who you're talking to, but I'll definitely give you guys sample invites for challenge groups and coaches.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one. Anyone else? Christine, are you going to sign Evan up?
Yeah. Remember that? That was like a big... I'm going to sign him up. He's like all game for me to sign him up. I just need to like figure out what his mom wants for this next time and I'm going to sign him up.
Right. Okay.
I got like 3 Shakeologies and I was like, oh,
yeah.
fine, get rid of them.
Oh, so you guys, go ahead.
No. So he's game for me to do it because he knows I'm pretty like serious about this. I just kind of want it to take off, but I'm just kind of waiting.
Okay. I just wanted to mention that you guys may or may not know this, but to be active, you need 50 points. But to hit Success Club, you need to have 90 points of HD of home direct. And lots of people are just on Shakeology because it's 90 points and you can get it on home direct. You can do any combination of anything on home direct. So if you wanted to try like the performance recovery powder and the performance energize, which is what I'm doing, I think the two of those equal like 93 points.
Mm-hmm.
You can get them on home direct. So feel free to kind of like explore other products if you have too much Shakeology or you just want to try something else.
That's what I ended up doing, because with us bouncing back and forth everywhere, like I would get Shakeology in Atlanta and I would still have like some from months before. And I'm like, crap, now I have like 3 things of Shakeology and I don't know what to do with it all. So I put Shakeology on hold for like 2 months and just got the performance line. And oh my goodness, I think I'm just going to switch the performance line.
Right?
Like
It's so good.
Someone else up on my Shakeology, because oh my goodness, it's wonderful. Like I never felt sore.
Really? That's awesome. Do you have the whole line?
No, I just got the Energize and the Recover, but I also got a sample pack with it, so that way I could like try out everything else.
Oh, nice.
And so I tried the Recharge as well, and then I gave away the other ones as like samples to like as a competition or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. If you guys need to order something but you don't need or want anything, you could get the sampler pack. That's not HD, but like the Shakeology packets or the packets of like E&E or something, and use those as giveaways. Or you could even sell them if you wanted to. So Lauren, I remember talking to you about like just buying a box of Shakeology packets and then selling them, because then you'd get active and make more than your money back. So if you guys have inactive coaches on your team, then you could tell them about that option. Anything else?
Did you feel like you got success with when you had the challenge group application?
Yes and no. I did get a few people that I tried reaching out to on Facebook. Like I left them messages a few months before and they just ignored me. So I moved them like way out on my follow-up list, but they actually responded to this survey. So it was like 3 people, but 2 of them got challenge packs. So I didn't see a huge success where I hit like Success Club 30 or anything, but I think some people respond well to surveys rather than like messaging you, because that can be scary, I guess. But yeah, I think there's pros and cons.
Okay.
Like some people won't want to fill it out, which is why. So if you promote it in a post, that's why. So if people like it, you still want to reach out to those people because they might not fill out the form. So okay. I didn't strictly do the form. I was still doing both. Like who liked it, I'll follow up with them, and who filled out the form.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you guys finding it easy to recruit coaches or think of people who'd like to be on your team? No.
Like I'll think of people that I want to be on my team, like the people that are like already posting their fitness stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, hey, I think that you'd be awesome to be a coach. You're already inspiring people, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to do me. And I'm like, oh, but why?
Yeah. I have the same thing that happens to me. And I'm like, well, stop putting pictures up of yourself then.
Right?
Give everyone the wrong idea. And then I'm like, are you secretly behind my back selling Beachbody products? Just be real with me.
So in those scenarios, I think it's all about how you respond to that. Because I also get like, no, that's not really my thing. And I think it's about like if you just kind of give up and are like, okay, I understand, totally fine. Or if you bring up something that that relates to what they said. So if they say like, that's not really my thing, ask like, oh, okay, sorry, I thought since you already work out and are inspiring people, you might want to get paid to do it. Or like if they say they don't have any free time, just be like, okay, I mean, I'm a medical student and I'm traveling all the time and I work my business in 20 minutes a day or whatever you do, you know. So feel free, if you guys are hearing a lot of those, feel free to send me those conversations, specifically the part where you ask them, they say no, and then what you respond with. Because there might be like a simple tweak of wording or like something you can add in that might at least get them thinking about it so they can be a follow-up rather than a don't contact ever again.
Okay.
So those of you that are you guys all actively inviting like that, or are you having trouble like finding people to invite? Or are you just nervous to invite?
For coaching or groups?
For coaching.
I think I'm more nervous.
Okay.
I've done a couple people, but it's kind of weird.
like the conversations are weird?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know what exactly to say to them sometimes. Like I had my one friend who she actually approached me and then she's like, yeah, that's not really, I don't really want to do that, or I'm not sure. And then I talked to her more and then she kind of ignored me until I think I can harass her in our upstate and for Thanksgiving. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to nerves, I really do think that it's, again, a numbers game. So like the more times you approach people, the more you'll feel comfortable with inviting and the more you'll learn what works for you. So I have on our team training site my scripts that work really well for me. So like exactly what I say when I am inviting people to the opportunity. And I've tweaked it since I've posted that so I can update it. But the more that you invite, you'll see like maybe what I say isn't what you should be saying to your clients, or you'll find that your potential coaches really focus on the money, or maybe they really focus on the team atmosphere or something. So you can focus more on what works for you. But I would suggest that you take some time and just think about everyone that you would think would be a great coach and just ask them. Right now, what I do is I compliment them. I ask if they've ever thought they would be a coach or considered being a coach, and tell them I want them on my team. And that either leads with, tell me more information, or thank you so much, but not right now. And I'm going to follow up with them in a month or two about a challenge group and see if I can convert them that way. So okay. Practice makes perfect, and lead with compliments and good intentions. Like if you lead with, I'm trying to get 2 people on my team so I can hit Emerald rank. You want to join me? People are going to be like, no. But if you lead with, you're amazing, you're so awesome with your workouts, I love blah, blah, blah. Do you want to join my team? I think you'd be amazing at it. They're going to be like, wow, thanks. And then the worst that'll happen is they'll ignore you, I think. They're not going to be like, oh, why'd you ever send that to me? You know.
Right.
Right. So with the invites, about how many invites are you guys sending on like a daily or weekly or monthly basis, depending on when and how you send your invites? You can say 0 too if you're not actively recruiting.
I think this month I probably sent out about like 75.
75 invites?
Yeah.
So that's
not invites, like the messages after I sent out my like challenge group invite or whatever. So I just sent that to everyone.
Nice. So those are mostly challenge groups and then a couple coaches?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. 75 is awesome.
I don't keep track. And even though you gave me like that really nice form, I did it for like 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God, it's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Because I'm like running around with my other 2 jobs. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't remember who I did it because I'll do it like during lunch. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't really know. But I know like this hasn't been like my best month. I feel like I'm reaching out though more each, I do feel like I'm reaching out more and more each month compared to when I first began. Mm-hmm. Even though like those numbers don't correlate to my Success Club, because back in the day I like would hit Success Club and this month I'm not.
So I think that's where it comes down, like that's where tracking would be really helpful because you can see like at least numbers wise, what were you doing different then than you are now. But even though you're not doing that, you can kind of just think back and say, when was I doing it and what was I doing? So like maybe it was summertime, you had a lot more free time, or you actually joined, I think like last February. So, and you were like awesome right out of the gate. So what were you doing in the winter time? Maybe you were promoting your posts and groups in a different way, or maybe you were focusing on like hosting amazing challenge groups, you know? So kind of think about that and then try different things with what you're doing now. If it's not working so well for you.
Yeah. I think the reason why before it worked for me is because like I switched schools. So like I knew everyone at my school. So I feel like they were more comfortable. Like when I started seeing changes, everyone was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And now I'm like working in a new school, older grades. No one really cares. No offense about me. So it's a little different than elementary school.
Maybe if that's the case, maybe you need to start focusing more on expanding your network. Because if you got a lot of people from school, then maybe find like teacher groups on Facebook or something.
Yeah, I will.
Heather, Lauren, or Kirsten?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Christine. Like I'll start off really well with tracking it and then I don't. So I'm not exactly sure. I know this month I've really sucked at it because I was actually working full days for the first time in like forever. So I know my follow-ups fell off and I definitely saw it in like my lack of Success Club points and everything. And it's been like my least earning month in a long time. So I'm not too happy with that. But I know it's because I haven't followed up with people. So I definitely need to. Normally I feel like I try to do 5 follow-ups every day, but it's not all like new conversations. Most of them are people that have like liked my posts or we've talked in the past about challenge packs and everything like that. So I honestly don't know how many invites I send out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was the same as you guys. I didn't start religiously tracking until like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe. And even that, like on the weekends, I don't really track. I do this. I'm like on my phone traveling somewhere and I just send invites or whatever. So I don't think it's like, obviously it's super helpful to like see, oh, wow, this whole week I've only sent 5 invites over 7 days or whatever your goals are. You can see like where you're doing well and where you're not doing so well. It's blatantly obvious when you fill that out. But I think you guys know when you're doing well. You know when you're doing follow-ups. You know when you're getting Success Club points. At the same time, if you don't have time to track it, just make sure that you're doing what you know you need to do. So like follow-ups are way more important to me than new conversations. So I personally think that's fine that you are following up with people more than initiating new conversations, as long as you're still like adding new friends and stuff. New conversations are less important to me than follow-ups and invites, you know? So. Lauren or Kirsten?
I've asked probably one person a week to be a coach because it's like combination of I don't know who to ask and I don't really know what to say. So I started using the business activity tracker. So this week I've been more consistent with like the challenge group invites at least.
Okay, that's good.
So I'm just going for that, I guess. Eventually I'm going to do the coach invites more.
Well, so you hit Success Club already this month, so congratulations. And so for you, I think it's always a good place to start with challenge group invites, you know, because that's going to get you Success Club points, and you have the opportunity to offer discount coaching. Have you tried that at all or no?
A little. I thought I was going to get one, but then the girl kind of backed out because her mom had the Shakeology and the program, and it was that one.
Yeah.
But she said she was going to want to continue, so I was like, okay, great.
Yeah. So with the challenge group invites, I offer discount membership to every single person at the end. And I have a new script that I'm following. I think I posted that in our group, but if not, I'll post it again. And it's just what I say right after they say, okay, I want 21-day fix, and right before I send them the actual link. So I always offer that. And then I think kind of like you're in the same boat as Jackie. You don't really know what to say. You don't really know who to invite. So again, that just kind of comes down to practice. And I think you really do need to take that time to sit down and think, if not about the actual people that you want on your team, at least the type of person you'd want on your team. Because once you know the type of person, you can then start to find them. You might find that you know some of them. You might find some of them on social media. But at least knowing, like, you want women, you don't want men, or you want 20-somethings or 30-somethings. You don't want 50-year-olds, like some of those basic things that at least would help you at least get started to think about who you'd want to invite. And also, if you guys are brand new to inviting people, feel free to kind of send me your messages or message me before you send them a message and an invite, and I can kind of help you, tell you at least what I would say in that situation, and that may or may not help, but I'm here to help with those.
Sam, I know that you post a lot on like the feed. Can we, like, I do better when it's like in that files document. You know what I'm saying? When I click on the files, like that's what I use all my stuff from, because I can't scroll when I'm trying to like figure it all out. You know what I'm saying, with like the conversations of what to say.
Oh, so like the scripting and stuff?
Yeah, if you could just make like a document instead, it's like putting in, or you could put it on the feed. But for me, I mean, not that the world revolves around me. It was just,
yeah. So,
I'm very egocentric this week.
Yes, I will definitely do that. I don't do that all the time now because I always switch up what I'm saying. So like one week I may kind of tweak what I'm saying, and I don't want to have like 50 different examples of invites. But I don't know how often you use the teamsupercharged.wordpress.com site, but I think that
Oh my God. Where is this located? Oh,
so basically,
send me a private message.
Okay, so this is something that I created like 3 months ago, maybe, because I was like, check the files tab, and people were like, I can't find it, or I have to scroll down for 5 minutes. So what I did was I took everything from the files tab and put it on teamsupercharged.wordpress.com.
Okay.
And I have it laid out there. So I'll just go there now so I tell you.
No, that's okay. I'll figure it out.
So I have like a scripting section. I have scripting and then challenge groups, coaching, objections, everything like that. So that's where I'm storing it. And they are a little bit outdated. Like I said, I've been focusing on coaching invites so much that my approach has changed. So I'll update that. But definitely check that out, and I'll update that with more examples.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I changed that to our banner in Team Supercharged so that more people would see it. But
I thought it was for new people. I was like, I don't need this.
Oh yeah, it's for everyone. So so now when you I have a new coach email. So when you guys sign up new coaches, I direct them to that page, and it says like new coaches start here 6 steps, and it has 6 exact steps that they should follow to get started off right and to hit the ground running, basically. So it is for new coaches, but also it has like free group ideas and expanding your network ideas and all of that stuff too.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. All right, less than a minute. Any last words? Lauren, anything?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, send me your examples, your scripts, and everything, and I can see where I can help. Otherwise, have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow probably.
You too.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey guys. Bye.
Bye.